how were the people in your mosque when they were attacked?
To look at the appearance of them is very scary. To listen to the words they say, it's very scary. And in England, alhamdulillah, after the riots, we had a spike of people asking about Islam.
Is it scary to live as a Muslim in Liverpool, wearing the jubah, wearing hijab?
If I'm honest, there are some areas of Liverpool where you wouldn't go.
Yeah, I think Allah also guide you with some wisdom by communicating with the protester with very kind heart, didn't you? And then, but I want to get to know about your congregation as well, because I know that you are an imam. You probably have more wisdom, probably compared to your people in your mosque. Can you tell us a little bit about how were the people in your mosque when they were attacked, right? You probably have the knowledge, you have the wisdom to respond properly and kindly. But what about the other people in your mosque? Can you?
That's a very good question. So as soon as I uploaded the video saying, when you come, you are our guests, and we will invite you into the mosque, and we will listen to your questions, I received some phone calls from people in the Muslim community. What are you doing? Take the video down. Take it down. Which is normal. Which is normal. People are concerned. People are worried. But what they didn't realize is that I've been doing work with members of the far right for several years now. It's not the first time I'm going to be dealing with angry Islamophobic people.
That's why you can be so calm, right?
Yeah, but the reason is because to look at the appearance of them is very scary. To listen to the words they say, it's very scary. But you have to understand, behind that appearance is a soul. There's a soul.
There's a soul.
Yeah. And the reason they're shouting the slogans that they're shouting is usually, this is what I find, that the people who hate everybody else the most are usually the ones who actually they dislike themselves the most. They have a problem with themselves. They don't like themselves. They feel depressed often. They feel lost. They feel lonely. And this causes them to go out and project this hurt onto other people. So you have to understand that. What's behind this? And none of the arguments which they make about Islam have any weight. And they actually, what you find is that they don't even really want to be a force for good in society. Because you know, they tell you, no, Islam is a cancer for our culture. Islam is bad for our society. And then you ask them, okay, so what contribution have you made for society? Have you helped the homeless? Have you helped feed the hungry? Have you done anything for your local community? What about your neighbors? The people who live next door to you? Do you ever do any good for them? And you can guess the answer. The answer is no. And so you need to see the person as a soul and understand that every soul has potential goodness in them. And so the role of somebody who claims to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is about how to enter into that soul and bring out the goodness, activate the goodness. And this is like what we're saying with these great people we have in our traditions. This is what they did. They were able to see people as souls. They were able to activate people's souls. And then the light just continues to spread and spread and spread. And this is the reason now why the people of Indonesia are saying, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. It's the reason why the people of Bangladesh and the people of India and the people all over the world. And in England, alhamdulillah, after the riots, we had a spike of people asking about Islam, converting to Islam, a big number. Yeah, mashallah. Not just in Liverpool, all over the country.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Did they bring weapon to your mosque?
No. So this is another thing which people have to understand, is that the protesters against the mosque, at the peak of the protest, they were no more than 50 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not many people.
Okay. So how's the situation when they came to the mosque?
Besides that, the people who came to defend the mosque, non-Muslims, Christians, Jews, atheists,
Okay. Mashallah.
vegans, LGBTQ. Honestly, they came all together outside the mosque to defend the mosque from all different walks of society. And they were about 500. 10 times. 10 times the amount of the people who came to attack. So imagine it this way. Our masjid is here. Then there's the wall. Then there's this group of 500 people who came to defend the mosque, including some of my friends. You know, one of my watch dealers. She's the ambassador for Swiss watches. And when she heard about this protest, she gave me a call. She said, "I'm coming to defend your mosque."
Mashallah.
And subhanAllah, so all these people, and then there were lines of police, and the police had a very difficult job, because don't forget, they were the same police who responded to the stabbing in Southport, and then they had to respond to the riots in Southport when the mosque was attacked, and now a few days after they're here outside our mosque, and then the day after they had to go to the city centre and dealt with the riots there. So they had a very, very difficult time. Then there was the line of the police, and then there was the protesters. And actually, what we had to do is make sure, firstly, that the security situation was okay. So I know one of the questions you want to ask me is, did you feel scared?
Yes.
So I didn't feel scared. I would have gone over straight away. Why? Because you can smile. Smiling in the face of somebody it gets rid of all the enmity. How can somebody hit you if you're smiling? Genuine smile. Not a smile to say, I'm better than you, or look at you, you're stupid, I'm intelligent. No. A smile which is saying, let's activate the goodness inside you. I want you to be a good person, and I want to listen to you as well. I want to hear what your issues are. And whatever your problems are, tell me your problems, and then we'll get the solutions. So I don't just want to hear the problems. I want to do something to find the solutions to these problems which you're talking about. And when you go to somebody with that intention, they can't.
Are they curious about Islam and the teachings?
Yeah, so unfortunately, and actually, if we're talking about the root cause of the riots, what you have to understand is, in the United Kingdom, we just went through a general election campaign just before. And during this general election campaign, the narratives which the political parties, not all of them, some of them were pushing immigration. They're coming over, they're taking our jobs, and the Muslim issue is always bunched together with immigration. And so we had months of this very negative campaigning from certain political parties. One is Nigel Farage's party, the Reform Party, which is a newly launched party, but they got a lot of votes in the election. And his stance is just anti-immigration, anti-Islam. And so we've had months of this strong narrative being pushed into people, and then we see the riots at the end of it. So I think this was a big factor in mobilizing people. But yeah.
Is it scary to live as a Muslim in Liverpool? What do you think?
No.
Wearing the jubba, wearing hijab?
No. If I'm honest, there are some areas of Liverpool where you wouldn't go.
Okay.
And the reason you wouldn't go there is not because there would be widespread Islamophobia, but usually the younger teenage kids who are looking to cause problems would probably cause problems. And because they're young, you can't hit them back either because it's illegal.
Yeah.
So if anybody older attacks you, it's okay. You can defend yourself. But with a youngster, you can't do anything.
Okay. So it's quite safe, right? To live as a Muslim.
Liverpool for years, it's a port city. So you've always had people coming and going from all different parts of the world. The community in Liverpool, they're very used to this. Very, very friendly people. I know a lot of people, when they go to the UK, they visit London, and that's it. Anybody going to the United Kingdom, pay us a visit in Liverpool. You will feel safe and you will feel welcomed, and the people are the friendliest people in the country. And I'm not from Liverpool, remember? I'm from a different part of the UK called Sheffield, but I'm telling you, Liverpool is the place to be.
Okay. So, Brother Adam, this riot is start from a post, right, accusing a migrant So then it was driven by people, one of whom was from the English Defense League. So can you tell us who is the English Defense League actually? Why do they hate Islam and Muslims so much?
Yeah, so the English Defence League, EDL, they're actually no longer officially operating. They stopped about 2 years ago. However, there's the remnants of them, and they're known as the movement.
The movement.
So they're just an Islamophobic organization. Their leader is somebody called known as Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson, yes.
Tommy Robinson he's from Luton, which is down south, close to London.
He's in jail right now, right?
He's just been sent to prison, that's right. He'll be there for 9 months.
For 9 months. Okay.
And actually at the moment I'm arranging to pay him a visit in prison. Before he went to prison, he invited me to fly to a different country and have a debate about Islam. And I didn't accept it because I didn't feel it was genuine. And I don't like debates. I like discussions.
Yeah.
Because in a debate, it's I'm right, you're wrong, and I will prove it. Whereas in a discussion, you can both go somewhere together to reach a common goal. So I didn't accept his invitation. But I'm willing to visit him in prison where there's no cameras, no recording devices. We can just have a genuine discussion and conversation. So that's being worked on right now. But the point is, Tommy Robinson, if you look at his background, he represents people who are white, working class people, and he argues that Islam is the problem. He says, I don't have a problem with Muslims. This is what he says. I don't have a problem with Muslims. I don't want to send all Muslims out of the UK, but my problem is with Islam. This is what he says. The teachings of Islam, the ideology, and then he gives you a big long list of all the problems. And if any Muslim sneezes anywhere in the world at you, he's like, look, problem, Muslim Islam problem. and basically, you know, if you see a video of maybe an Arab fighting a German in Germany, he uploads it to his social media and he'll be like, look, these violent Muslims again. Anything what happens anywhere in the world, he drags it into the narrative and pushes it out there, which is very unfair. It's very unfair. He actually he inspired the riots while they were going on, and the British media exposed him because he was on holiday in Greece in a five-star resort, laying in the sunbed, drinking his cocktails while he was uploading and saying, go on, you know, encouraging people to riot. So I think he's lost a lot of support and he's just gone to prison. But I hope he can reflect. And ultimately, it's not a genuine argument. The EDL, they are quite popular in the UK, but they don't have much in terms of substance. There's nothing really. It's just a bunch of angry, shouting people and not much more.
Have you done a research why they become anti-Islam so much?
I have. And it has a lot to do with funding. Funding. It has a lot to do with certain international Islamophobic think tanks and lobbies. But if anything, that's good to know because it's a paid project. It's a paid project.
So that's and not I don't come
feel
from
threatened.
the heart.
I don't feel threatened by a paid project because soon the funding will finish and the project will, like ISIS. You know ISIS?
Yeah.
They were a paid project.
Yeah.
Look how quickly they rose and look how quickly they've disappeared.
Yes.